Jewelry, by BDK, handmade magic in every hue, color in the beat, story in the line, art on your skin, let your spirit shine. Jewelry by BDK, bold, divine, crafted with love, one beat at a time. Wear your truth, let your style speak loud. This is jewelry by BDK. Stand strong, stand proud.
These are some 20 millimeter hand painted beads that I painted yesterday, and I'm getting ready to use these today. I do like the way they came out, and I love polka dots. So with the polka dots, I went ahead and put some small gold dots just kind of all over too, to kind of fill in where the empty space was. And I do like the way they came out. Polka dots are like really cool. And then I have a 25 millimeter. I think I'm going to make a sister bracelet using this bead and then probably match it with maybe some gold. I mean, not gold, but glass beads. So we'll make it like a double, maybe three stack bracelet. I don't know yet, but let's see what we're going to do. I am going to use this little piece that I got from Michael's. I think this is ceramic. I got this from Michael's, and I do still got a couple of these left. Last time I went in Michael's, they didn't have any more of these, and I really like these to work with. Not only using them just like this as the bead, but sometimes I will wrap them. I'll wrap them with wire and put little bitty small beads on them, and I'll use them to make focal beads. And I think it's a video in here somewhere. I'll link that video. But I am going to use some of these, and then all these beads I still got. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. And look, I found some black cord. This is 0.8 millimeter. Somebody tell me why they use 0.8 millimeter stretch cord instead of like 1.5 millimeter or 1 millimeter cord. Because for some reason this feels more sturdy than a 1 millimeter. I don't know if that's true or not. Tell me yes, tell me no, explain to me why. Because if it just seems so thin, like it just wouldn't be sturdy. But yet when I pull it, it feels like it's more sturdy than a 1 millimeter, not a 1.5, but a 1 millimeter cord. So let me know why you guys use the 0.8. And this is, I think, who sent me this? I think Michael sent me this in a box. And I've never used it. I went through them boxes and stuff yesterday. And what did I discover? A little bit of everything. So I'm going to use some of this. I still got some of my other stretch cord, but I'm going to use some of this today. And see what we get. Yeah, and it stretches and it feels like it's, I don't know. We're going to see. But I'm going to start with this bead right here. And you can see I changed the angle. I don't too much like the overhead angle. For me, it just feels uncomfortable. And it just, I don't know. It just kind of, I don't know. I just don't too much like it. You know, and I try to do my best for you guys to see what it is that I'm doing. And I will show you in the video, you know, like what I'm doing. So I'm going to angle the camera. I want you to be able to see what I'm doing, but I am going to angle the camera for what's comfortable for me. So this is more comfortable for me. And I think I do pretty good at letting you guys see what I'm doing. So I don't, and it's nothing complicated. You know, if I'm twisting wire, turning wire, wrapping wire, tying things and doing all that, you know, like real complicated stuff. If I was doing like real involved wire work or metal work or something like that, I can see. You know, of course, people would need to like really see the detail and what's going on. But to just string stuff and bead stuff and do that's pretty generic. So these are the beads I painted. I'm going to go ahead and use these. And I think I'm going to make this like a 3-piece. I like this already. And I found so many beads yesterday that I have not used that people have sent me. And I promise I am going to figure out some way to use everything that has been sent my way. So look, that's pretty already. It's just you'll have so many beads. They get lost in the shuffle. That's why I say that all the time. If my beads are not right here and I can't see them, they like a they like a X. Out of sight, out of mind. It's like, out of sight, out of whole mind. No, thank you. Okay. Totally forgotten about. So I need to be able to see, like what I got. And sometimes you feel like you're using the same beads over and over again. I know I feel like that. I don't know about anybody else. But sometimes it just feels like it's the same beads over and over. Okay, so let's see. Even when I paint the beads, it sometimes feels like that. That's cool. I like that. So I'm going to go ahead and tie this off. Now, I don't know, because I have never used 0.8. And I'm going to pull it. I don't want it to break on me, because you know what happens when it breaks. It hits your fingers and it hurts. So I'm going to try it out. And if it works really well, guess what? I'll start using 0.8. And I think what I'm going to do is make myself a bracelet. And, like one of the bracelets you'll wear all the time. And do that and then see how the bracelet holds up. And if it holds up well with the with the 0.8, then I'll go ahead and make some more. See, to me, that's just like so thin. But you guys let me know why you use 0.8 if you use it. That's really cool, right? Just a nice, cool bracelet. I'm loving the polka dots. So with this one, I was thinking what I can do is I can take, we're going to take one of our 25 millimeters, and I just want to surround it with some glass beads. Got these glass beads at Hobby Lobby some time back, and that's what I'm saying. I got a whole bunch of beads up in here. Haven't really used. And see, I'm getting spoiled with beading big beads, because when I start beading these little small beads with these itty bitty holes, they just already get on my nerves. They just really bother me. I'm like, Lord. So all I'm going to do is just put a bunch of different colors on here. Different colors, different shapes. These are glass beads. Well, Darlene, we can see they glass beads. I know, ma'am. Somebody else may not be able to see them. And then I'll put a big bead right here. And I like the way that looks already. It looks fun. And that's what I want it to look. I want it to look fun. Throw some green on here. Put a yellow here. Itty bitty hole. See? Already. That's really cool. What colors am I missing? Let's put another orange on this side. Put that like that. And then how about we do another green on this side? I was going through these boxes, and when I say it's just a bunch of beads and stuff all over the place, it is like stuff just everywhere. I'm like, how did I miss these? Or how did I miss these? But you know, when you gotta find the right other beads to match those beads with, it's like you can't just make something. You gotta match them with something that makes sense. So you can't just use the beads. I mean, you can, but to me, it's like it won't come out like what I want it to come out looking like. So I need the perfect beads to match with those beads. And I'm like, and then idea, you need the perfect and right idea for those beads. So, you know, you can just throw something together, but why do that when you can create something amazing with you know, with the beads? So sometimes you just got to wait it out until the idea comes to you, or you find the perfect beads that will match with those beads. And then that's what I found yesterday. I found a bunch of beads, and I was like, okay, well, with these beads, I'm going to have to wait until I find the perfect beads. See how that goes? Perfect beads to match with all these other beads. And believe it or not, some beads are not just simple beads. A Hobby Lobby bead is a Hobby Lobby bead. But, you know, like when you buy other beads, like these really nice, not cheap beads, but nice beads, you know, from places, you got to really, no, you want to do well by those. Look, I can't even see the hole so little. Wait, I can't even see the hole. Lord have mercy. Okay, there we go. And I like the way this looks. I like the way that looks. It looks fun. And I am going to put one more bead on here. And it is going to be a wood bead, so I can put a hole, not a hole, so I can have a hole to put the knot in. Now the 0.8 feels pretty good to work with. I mean, it don't feel weak at all. And again, I don't want to pull it, you know, like too tight, because I don't want it to pop and hit my fingers, because that stuff be hurting. You know, I really like it. I really like the way this looks. So let's do. Clip that off. Hide that in there. And then we got these. I still like it with the big one right here. But let me see something. I can do, you know what else would probably look good with this? Let's do, watch this. So we'll make it a three stack. Because I like the color, I like the funness of it. I'm going to use some of these dyed shade stones right here. And then see how this looks with it. And all we're going to use is these beads right here. We're not going to put any spacers in between. We're just going to bead these. And then what will happen with this is we get a lot of color. Orange, blue, green. They got green and blue. Do red. And I saw another white. So then we'll do a white. Let's do, oh, there is like a pink or a burgundy, a pink or fuchsia color, that one. And then see how this, I could already see how cool that'll look. Maybe like in the center of it. Two different color oranges. This is a pretty orange right here. Very pretty. It's been a lot going on in the world, huh? You guys been paying attention to the news and all this different stuff that's going on? I try not to watch too much news. I get like little snippets because I don't want all that stuff in my mind and I'm thinking about all that. I consider the scripture where it say, think on these things, whatever things are good, whatever things are righteous, whatever things are of a good report. You know, I try to keep all that stuff out of my mind like that. And you probably know people that are like that. You can have a conversation with them and all they're talking about is what they saw on the news or what is going on in the world. And it becomes too much. It's like I don't always want to be talking about politics and all that stuff when I talk to you. You know, there are so many other things to be talking about. I mean, it's okay to stay informed. That's good stuff. But when you just consume it, just sit and drink that stuff, you know, just that's all you watch, that's all you read, that's not good. And see, that's how the enemy does distractions. And you know, when he can take over our mind, we have less time to think about Christ, less time to think about our purpose, less time to think about, you know, what it is that we really should be doing. Because for one, when you're looking at all that stuff, you begin to worry. You start worrying about things. What about this or what about that? Ain't none of that stuff or nothing happened. But right away, it's like, well, what about this or what about that? You start worrying about stuff. You know, and that's not good. And again, stay informed, you know, but don't let it consume you. A lot of people let it consume them. And that is all they are. It is all they talk about. It's like, my Lord, nope. Sometimes I won't even answer my phone or answer a text back. It's like, I already know where this conversation is going. I don't want to talk about it. And a lot of times people be trying to find other people to talk to about it, so they'll call you. It's like, oh, And then when you learn people and you know, and it's okay. Sometimes it's cool, you know, to have those conversations and, you know, be doing all that and get informed. Because if you ain't like me, I don't just consume news. But if you're talking to a person and they consume news, it's almost like you getting really informed. It's like, oh, okay, well, that's cool stuff. But not every day, all the time. It's like, that's too much. Folks running around here worried and confused. Okay, see how that matches? That matches really good. And we don't need no charms with it either. So I'm going to put a couple more pieces on. These are pretty like this anyway. So I'm going to put a couple more. I thought I had another white one. Oh, right here. Here's one. Put that one on there. And then we will put one more, I think one more red on this side, like a pretty red. A nice red right here on this side. And then that is what we'll do. Oh, you know what? And then we'll put a dark would be. We'll use this one to close it off. Look at all those pretty colors. Just colors, colors. Was that a movie, Colors? A song, Colors, Colors. So these three were very simple, easy. I'm not going to put no charms on them because they don't need it. You can put charms, but we're not going to put charms. Cut that. Pull that in there. And this one I'm going to take off. And then put this one in the middle. Oh, I should have put maybe one more bead. And then that one, that's really cool. I like that. Just a nice stack, right? And then if your nails are done up really nicely, you could even have like a really cool ring on, like a big something jazzy on. Really nice outfit. For me, it would be like a long dress. It's a long dress, V-neck, and a duster. So I like dusters, and I think I've said that before. I love maxi dresses. That is all I wear is a long. I like my dresses dragging around. Okay, so a maxi, a long maxi, and I like dusters, dusters, or I guess they call them dusters, caftans, or whatever they are. But I always wear. I like dusters, and then like long dresses, and I do wear a lot of black. So these are really cool right here. I like these. You guys let me know what you think. Simple, easy. These are our polka dot hand painted beads. So we went ahead and hand painted us some beads. Don't downplay hand painted beads now. Hand paint you some beads, decorate them things however you want to decorate them things, make you some jewelry make you some jewelry from them. And if you're out there selling or doing anything like that, try different stuff. Try different wherever you live at. If you're planning to make jewelry and you want to go out there and sell, go check out the venues first. Go check out what people are selling, what people are making, what people are doing, right? And I guarantee you, when you go out there, people are not hand painting stuff. It takes too much time. It's very time consuming. And I didn't even put a bead right here. It's time consuming right here. So I matched them together. I should have put one gold bead right here. That's okay though. Stuff is time consuming, and people, when they're out there selling at the different events and stuff, they need inventory. So they need to make things that are quick to make. They got to make stuff and a lot of people are doing back-to-back events, right? So when they're doing those back-to-back events, they got to have inventory. So you got to have something that you can make really fast. And hand painting beads and doing all that, that's not fast. There's nothing fast about hand painting beads. Trust me, I already know, right? But go out and check out stuff. And if you want to try something different, hand paint you some beads, hand paint you some, earring blanks, hand paint you something that makes it look very unique and different from anything that everybody else is doing, okay? Really easy, and you come out with some beautiful, beautiful jewelry, right? Nobody is saying get away from your crystals and your stones and your gemstones. Nobody is saying that. I don't be saying stuff like that. All I'm just saying is you got to be a little bit different in what it is that you're creating if you're going out there in these people's streets trying to sell something to people. That's all I'm saying. You got to be a little bit different than the other 10 vendors. That is all I'm saying. No more, no less. But anyway, this is what this is. I like these. I'm going to keep these for myself. Don't tell nobody though. And we'll talk.